Hi, so wow, I'm gonna start making a habit of whispering my intros. My girlfriend wanted to say hi because she's gonna be on the phone with me while I record, so say something, babe.
Hey everyone.
Is that all you want to say?
That's it.
That's it? Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, now shut up
I'm
for the
nervous.
rest of the recording time. I thought you would say something in response to that.
No. Hey, listen. I'm a good girl.
Okay, stop that. I love you. Okay. Okay, so now that we've heard from GF over here, let's continue. Hey, what's up? I'm Jason. I'm your Friday individual here on this channel. I'm not wearing my hat this week because, quite frankly, I can't find it. So, we're gonna have to deal with hair flips galore because that's what I do when I'm trying to make my hair look nice, is flip it multiple times. Now, I'm not entirely sure what everybody else is doing in their video in terms of, like, the content of it. Like, I'm not sure if they're just doing advice or if they're telling stories. I don't know. I'm bad at giving advice in general, so I'll probably just, like, tell a story of an issue and tell you how I, like, solved it, and hopefully you'll find some inspiration from that. Sound good? Good. Yeah, question. Who says good like that? Good? Like, what is that?
Sound good?
Okay, so we're gonna start with one of three things that I'm going to be touching upon here today, so let's go. Stop giving me material to roast you, you idiot. Now, here's the thing, alright? My freshman year, when it came to teachers, and what teachers called me, I was very scared to speak up and say anything because I was absolutely terrified of what they would say. I get scared easily, so I didn't say anything to any of my teachers freshman year. I just was very quiet. Actually, that's a lie. I did talk to one of my teachers about it because this one kid kept telling me to kill myself, like in the middle of class. It was computer class, and he just kept messaging me to tell me to kill myself and that I was a dyke and a disgrace, and he told me that my girlfriend at the time must have had cancer and she was blind because of how hideous I was. It was just really gross. And I one day just got tired of it, and I was like, what do I do? I'm gonna be a snitch. I told the teacher, because I was just tired of it. It went on for like weeks. It was just unnecessary. And she asked me, why is he telling you these things? Because, like, she didn't know. And I was like, and I uttered those words, I'm trans. And then I started crying and sobbing hysterically, and she was like, honey, it's okay. And then she, like, gave me a hug. It was like, I was a mess. I was a mess. But, like, it worked. Police got called. Like, it was a deal, okay? Like, he threatened me, like, it was a big deal, okay? But that's how I solved it. I was a snitch. So, oh, that's not even what I was originally talking about, was it? Fuck, I got too much into it. But getting back on track, when it comes to, like, getting teachers to call you their names and stuff, no teacher called me Jayson freshman year. No teacher used he pronouns for me freshman year because I never said anything. And, not junior year, sophomore year, I was like, hey, this is a thing that I need to, like, take care of, because if I want students to take me seriously, I gotta get teachers to take me seriously. And so I have to kind of, like, use my little talky talk voice and say something. I went the first 2 days, no, I went the first day of sophomore year, with them just calling me my birth name and using she pronouns, and one of my teachers said my birth name like 50 times in a classroom because she, like, was trying to figure out everyone's names, and I was like, oh shit, this is gonna suck for her when I come into class tomorrow and be like, hey, that was actually not my name. So what I did was, I noticed that one of my friends, who I knew at the time was trans, wrote note cards that basically was like, hi, I'm in your class this semester, my birth name's this, don't call me that, call me this, use he pronouns. I'd appreciate that if you would just do that for me. It would make me much more comfortable. Let's keep this on the low key, low down, don't make it a big deal. And it worked for him, so I was like, okay. So that's what I did. I handed it to all my teachers except for my 6th period teacher because he scared me. He scared me beyond belief. I was terrified of this man, which is ironic, considering what happened. I didn't give him one. I crumpled it up and I threw it away. I was like, no, I'm scared. I'm scared of this man. But my best friend had him. She told him, like, hey, listen, this kid's afraid to tell you anything, so could you just, like, address the situation yourself? And so he, like, that day he's like, Jason. Well, he didn't say Jason. He said, you, kid, come here. I'm gonna teach you how to turn on this light in the back of the room. And I was like, what? So he, like, takes me behind the curtain and he's like, this isn't the 1950s, kid. You could have just told me. And I was like, oh, okay. And he's like, get out there, Jason. And I was like, hi. So, he's a good man. So that's how I handled that, was I just gave notes, and that seemed to solve the problem. Mind you, there is going to be that odd teacher that's just like, fuck you, I'm going to use your birth name. And just, when it comes to that, I'm not going to name this teacher by name. She, in the middle of the year, just decided she was going to start calling me my birth name again, and I don't know where the hell she pulled that out. But she did, to the point where even though on my papers, when she passed them back, it said Jason, she would say my birth name, and that's when I was like, I was done. So anytime she said it, I just flat out blatantly ignored her, like she wasn't even talking to me, and she got real pissed, but that's on her, you know? Stand up for yourself. I know it sucks, I know it might be scary, but standing up for yourself and just being like, no, that's not what I go by. If you're gonna call me that, cool, but I'm not gonna answer. You know, just remain respectful, but don't, like, allow them to disrespect you either. You know? Anyways, on to the next thing we're gonna be talking about, bathrooms.
Together, my dude.
I don't know if they could hear that. Could you say that again?
What?
Could you say that again? I don't think they heard that.
I said, come on, get it together, my dude.
Not even babe, just my dude. Anyways, came to bathrooms, I kind of handled this in a really sucky way. So, you're probably gonna hear this story and go, that's your advice. I used, like, the girls' bathroom for, like, the first 2 years of high school because I didn't really know what else to do. Until one day, I discovered that the nurse lets you use her bathroom. As long as you don't, like, mess it up or anything. So, one day, I was very nervous to try this. I discovered this when I was faking an illness in PE because I didn't want to run. And I was like, can I, like, go to the office? I don't feel good. And my coach was like, sure. And I was like, thanks. So I sat there and watched, like, 50 kids, like, use the bathroom throughout the period. And I was like, damn. Remind me not to come during this period, but damn. So the next year, I thought about it, and I was like, you know, I could do this. You know what I mean? Like, I could do it. So I finally, like, worked up the courage to walk up there and be like, hi, can I use your restroom? And she was like, yeah, sure, honey. And I'm like, thanks. And the only problem I had with that was it was all the way at the front of the school, and I had pretty much all of my classes at the back of the school my senior year. So it was very often me sprinting to the bathroom while I had to pee. That's my advice. If you don't have that fear of worry, like if you're not one of those people that gets very terrified over everything and you feel like you can handle the guy's bathroom, do it, man, do it. I don't care. Like, if you can handle it, then do it. But I have very irrational fears of everything, so that was just not good for me. If you're like me, there's always that one bathroom in the school that is there's only one person in there at a time. Like, there's not more than one person in there at a time. It's one toilet, one sink, you know, a mirror if you're lucky for selfies. I was. So, you know, if worse comes to worse, find that bathroom. If you don't have access to that bathroom, find a way to get it. I'm not very good at advice. Third thing on my list. Now, I am going to tell you a little bit of a story here. Before I do, I'm going to give you a little disclaimer. Do not bind for as long as I'm about to describe to you, ever. Because this hurt my body so bad. I'm fine now, but this hurt my body so bad. Like, don't do it. I only did it once, and I'm still kind of like, oh, fuck. You know, so, like, don't do it. Just don't do it. Y'all, I really do mean it. Don't do what I am about to describe. I'm a big ol' idiot. Please take care of your body. I started binding at like 6:30 in the morning. It was 6:30, 7:30, 8:30, 9:30, 10:30, 11:30, 12:30, 1:30, so 7.5 hours. I was already binding. It was like 2 o'clock. I was up there in the office talking to my counselor, and I was offered a ticket to my grad night. And I was like, hell yeah, it's at Disneyland. I want to go. So I went home at around 3, So that was another... I was 8.5 hours binding at that point. That's usually when I take my binder off for the day and I'm good. Sure, that might be pushing the boundaries of how long you should be binding, but I take it off for the rest of the day usually and I'm good. I showered. I put my binder back on. I go back to school around 4. Alright, so I had my binder on from like 3:30 and on. Alright? We did not get home from Disneyland until like 4 in the morning. Okay? So let's count that right now, okay? So if I was already pushing 8.5 hours when I got home to take my shower and go back to the school, 8.5 hours, 9 hours, so it's already 9 hours, right? So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4. That right there is 22 hours of binding. Okay, everyone, in the comments, just go ahead and comment, Jason, you're a big dumb idiot, because that was the stupidest decision I've made. That is 3 total sessions of binding. That is not good. Don't be doing that. That was so bad. And I've found myself in situations where, like, it's like, oh, I have something I have to do after school, so I'll push it to, like, 10 hours of binding, which is horrible. But the fact that I went... And not only that, I took my binder off, I went to bed at like 4 a.m., I woke up at like 8 or 9, put my binder back on, and then went out to go do more senior activities. Yo, when I tell this story back to people, I swear to God, this is their reaction every single time, and it's so bad! Took it off again, and then put it on again later that night, and it was like so much binding that week, and it was so ridiculous. I've brought like one of my older binders to Disneyland with me and put that on. Like, it's not a big deal, it's dark, nobody's gonna see, like, it's not, but no, I wore my tight as fuck binder, and it's just, people don't focus on your chest as much as they think that you do, you know? Sorry, I meant as much as you think that they do. Don't mess yourself up because you feel like you need bind 24/7. Don't do that. Bad idea, okay? And I feel like that's a lot, it's common a lot when you have school stuff and then you have school activity after school and then you have something else to do. It's very dangerous, it's very scary. Don't do it. Never sleep in your binder. Ever. Don't do that. Bad idea. Okay, so that's it. That's all I have about that one. And I think that's it. Yeah. I think that's it. Do you guys do that shirt grab too? Where, like, you'll be walking down that hallway and you're like, and then you go, Like, I do that shirt grab all the time. And it's not like it does anything. It's just like, it makes me feel better about myself for some reason, and that's it. Max, our Tuesday guy, was unable to upload a video this week due to personal reasons. Mental health above the channel. You guys, that goes without saying, so hopefully he'll be back next week. If not, just keep him in your thoughts, send him some positive vibes. He could use those positive vibes, To my knowledge, so far Cass hasn't uploaded a video today. He's our Wednesday. I haven't seen a video from him yet, and it's getting pretty late. So I'm unsure if he will be. Same reason, he's having some issues. If he puts up a video, great. If not, then that's fine, man. So send him some positive thoughts, some positive vibes. Like, that'd be really appreciated. Okay, so my girlfriend wanted to say goodbye really quick, so I'm refilming something really quick. So this is her saying goodbye. Say goodbye, baby.
Babe, get close to the phone.
I am close to the phone.
What should I say? Just like a simple bye, or like, should I make a scene?
Whatever you want, babe.
Oh God, I wouldn't ask if I knew what I wanted. That's why I let you make executive decisions. Bye, everyone. I hope you had a good time. I'll be here, always. See you next week.
They could hear everything you said, right?
Oh, God. I told you to get close.
Boo! You suck!